I'm Darlene Sullivan, and I'm the Executive Director and the founder of Canine Partners for Life. And this is my service dog, Ripley. She's a 4.5-year-old yellow Labrador. We have a very small class this fall. We only have 4 teams, and they're remarkable teams. We have 2 people who are using power wheelchairs, and we have 2 people with seizure disorders. They've been with us for 2 weeks, and this is their final week of team training where they're learning how to use their dogs. When I started Canine Partners, I had no idea that someday I would need one of these dogs, or that I would be a recipient of the services of the organization that I founded. I was diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome. I incorporated my first service dog, Nelson, and he worked with me for 9 years, and he just totally changed my life back to what it needed to be. My life was changing dramatically, and what I could do was changing dramatically, and I just wasn't willing to accept that in my life. I needed to be able to do the things that I enjoy.
I was never able to go shopping, and that was the hugest thing I could ever think of when I got placed. I'm like, I get to go shopping now and I can be safe.
I was hoping with Lucille I would get greater independence in my apartment and have to rely less on my support staff, and also, hopefully be able to get a job at Target in the very, very near future.
It was the summer of my junior year of high school. I was lucky enough to be partnered with a standard poodle named Concord, who helped me get through my senior year of high school as well as my first semester of college. Then he became ill and was unfortunately unable to work for me anymore. But it was with his help through my senior year of high school that I decided that I could go to college, and I could not only go to college, but go to college some way far away from home. I chose to attend the University of Arizona, which is 3,000 miles away from my home in Washington, D.C. And when he could no longer help me anymore, and I found out he was terminally ill, I knew that I needed to give myself time to grieve. But I also knew that my life had been changed so much by him that I had to apply for a second service dog. And now I've been partnered with Susie, and it is my hope that my partnership with Susie is just as strong as it was with my other 2 dogs.
I'm here for my daughter Jennifer. She has Solomon as her seizure alert dog that we hope to go home and give her a better life, independence. Jennifer's seizures are to the point she has no warning whatsoever, and she has very dangerous drop seizures, and so she cannot be left alone. She's 24, and right now her life is we're following her everywhere she goes, everywhere.
Seizure alert dogs are a unique phenomenon, and we believe that it's a natural talent that some of these dogs have.
He alerts me before any seizures occur. He will walk in front of me and he'll stop me. He will insist on me petting him, which he doesn't do when nothing's wrong, which I've discovered that he only does it when he thinks I might be stressed or nervous or overwhelmed, which can trigger seizures. And if I'm sitting down and he thinks it's going to be a bad one, he'll paw me with both paws to get me to lie down.
When you have a disability, it seems like you spend an awful lot of your time talking about the disability. Can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? Can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? And you stop having just your normal relationships where you discuss the things that are really the most important to you, because everything starts to focus on the disability. When the dog can alleviate that and can alleviate the fear and the safety issues and all those things that tend to bring you down, then you start finding you have a life again. And it just totally turns your life around.
I'm a pretty independent person, and I just think having Lucille around, when I drop stuff, I won't have to call on a staff every single time something falls on the floor, which can be about 20 times a day if I'm having a bad day.
There is no place that I go without this dog, and that's the way it is with a service dog team. You're partnered and you're with your partner all the time. So Ripley has been to the Bahamas. She went to London. She has been to Oregon. She liked Oregon, a lot of outdoorsy stuff there.
The partnership of not being alone is definitely a great thing.
I also hope to go with Susie and complete a second master's degree in higher education student affairs.
So we're hoping that dog, when we leave here, will alert her of her seizures and give her some freedom to cook, to go back to school, to work, and have a life of independence. So she is getting married next year, and it's my goal because she's going to be out of the house and I'm worried about her. So we're hoping that the dog will alert her to her seizures.
Halfway through training, we were asked to tell the trainers what our biggest goal was, and my first big goal in the beginning of training was to go shopping. Well, since half the field trips are to go shopping, my biggest goal now is to be a mother, because I feel I'm safe enough to do that, to care for myself and for someone else.
I think people need to understand, specifically with service dogs, the huge range of disabilities that can be served. There's so many people out there who could be benefiting from a dog. Dogs can take people who have mild disabilities and basically take the disability away and make it possible for them to relive their lives.